Hello and welcome to Signature TV News Highlights for this Thursday. I am Obomman Marvelous. President Muhammad Buhari on Wednesday met with the newly appointed service chiefs, charging them to be patriotic and serve the country well. President Buhari also charged the service chiefs to be concerned about the morale of their officers and men, saying they should be made to feel physically and professionally secured. He pledged that government would do its best in terms of equipment and logistics. The service chiefs who were led to the meeting by the Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Magashi retired, are Major General Leo Erabo, Chief of the Defense Staff, Major General I. Etahiro, Chief of Army Staff, Rear Admiral A.Z. Gambo, Chief of the Naval Staff, and Air Vice Marshal IOMIO, Chief of the Air Staff. Stakeholders in the global fight against smuggling of migrants and trafficking in persons converged in Abuja on Wednesday to seek new collaboration to tackle the challenge. The meeting, initiated by the Nigerian Immigration Service, attracted the United Nations, the United States Embassy in Nigeria, and the Switzerland Embassy and law enforcement agencies in Nigeria. Signature TV correspondent Chibeze Obi covered the meeting and filed in this report.
The United Nations, the US, and Swiss governments have thrown their weight behind Nigeria's drive to curtail the activities of smugglers and traffickers in migrants. At a stakeholders meeting organized by the Nigerian Immigration Service and the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, in Abuja on Wednesday, the UN and the ambassadors of US and Switzerland promised to collaborate with Nigeria in addressing the challenge.
With NIS we have a long and excellent relationship. We signed together working arrangements for the mutual cooperation and the standard operational procedure for the deployment of two officers of NIS.
To support all efforts to eliminate trafficking in persons and smuggling of migrants in Nigeria, we must collectively support the ability to gather and analyze reliable data, ensure evidence-based and coordinated response, develop targeted communication tools, strengthen governance of migration for safe, orderly, and regular migration, enhance the provision of accurate and timely information at all stages of migration, improve the migration coordination mechanism at the national, state, and local government levels, and ensure the prosecution of national and international offenders complicit in human trafficking.
NAPTIP to see a renewed commitment to collaboration, because if we're not standing as one team, the enemy wins, and the enemy are the traffickers, and people of Nigeria are the victims. So we're very excited about moving forward in a new lockstep.
The Comptroller General of Immigration, Mohammed Babandede, had called for a partnership with international bodies and agencies within Nigeria to strengthen the fight against trafficking and smuggling of migrants in Nigeria.
Challenges to investigation. Interagency rivalry, unwillingness of sister law enforcement agencies to cooperate.
Is partnership in combating smuggling of migrant and trafficking in persons. This is key. In this conference we are going, before we leave this partnership, we need to highlight to government that there has to be a platform. I'm not a person who organizes, who believes in many agencies to be established, but there has to be a tool, there has to be a capacity, there has to be a forum, there has to be a legislation to tackle organized crime.
The Comptroller General called for shared intelligence and technical partnership with NAPTIP and the Nigerian Immigration Service, as well as other agencies such as law enforcement agencies, the labor union, and information technology companies to eradicate the smuggling of migrants in Nigeria. The Director General of NAPTIP, Josiah Emerole, said that his agency would work in partnership with the Immigration Service to combat the challenge. He lamented the slow judicial process, inadequate funding, and the carefree attitude of law enforcement agencies to the challenge of the trafficking and smuggling of migrants. Obichi Bueze, Signature TV News, Abuja.
The Federal Executive Council on Wednesday approved a total of 9.4 billion naira for various projects, including power and road. Briefing journalists at the end of the meeting, presided over by President Muhammadu Buhari at the State House in Abuja, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Niyi Adebayo, also revealed that the Federal Executive Council approved the National Quality Policy. The policy, according to the minister, will see to the establishment of quality testing centers and laboratories in the country to reinforce quality in exported goods. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, after meeting also announced that a sum of 1.14 billion naira was approved for the award of contract for the installation of solar street lighting for the Karishi-Jukwo-Idua Carriage Road in Abuja, the nation's capital. Nigeria's COVID-19 recovery surpassed 100,000 on Wednesday, while the country reported 1,861 new cases. According to the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, the country now has a total of 100,365 recoveries out of its 126,160 confirmed cases, leaving it with 24,252. The NCDC says 697 patients were discharged in Lagos on Wednesday, 128 in Rivers and 116 in Plateau State. Nigeria, however, has continued to battle a surge in cases, recording more than 1,000 cases daily, now as the country and the world battle a second wave of the pandemic. The Delta State House of Assembly Majority Leader Tim Ohaofere is dead. The State Assembly sources said the late lawmaker was admitted into medical center at Asaba after he suddenly fell sick on arrival from Lagos after the Christmas break this January. He was said to have been on oxygen in the last 1 week after his condition deteriorated significantly. He died at about 11 p.m. on Wednesday, throwing the state, especially the Isoko Nation and the State House of Assembly, into deep mourning. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has taken aim at the referees after Manchester United's shock loss to bottom club Sheffield United at Old Trafford. United saw their Premier League title hopes taking a mighty blow after a shock 2-1 defeat by the Blades. Chris Wilder's men were written off but managed to inflict a first loss on United since their 1-0 beating from Arsenal in November. This was United's first defeat in the Premier League since November, but Solskjaer was unhappy with the manner of their loss. That's the Signature TV news highlight. For details, please visit www.signaturetv.org. On behalf of my producer Damilola Abudu, thanks for watching. I am Obomanu Marvelous Chinedu. Please don't forget to join us later this evening for Signature 30 Minutes.